Touhou games based on difficulty tier list maker. I can't believe I make this kind of video. Yeah, this is out of my character a little bit, but I kinda interested of making this kind of video because no one actually make a tier list of Touhou games. I never found one. I think I'm just gonna be the first one of making this kind of video. And by the way, I have made this by myself. So if you guys want to make a tier list out of Touhou games, link in the description below. I made this. Alright, so because this is difficulty tier list, I have made this 5 class of difficulty from S tier, A, B, C to D tier. S tier is the hardest games in terms of, difficulty, and D, it's the easiest one. And I kinda wanted to separate PC98 games with fight and also fighting games. PC98 games and fighting games are separated from this class. So I think we're just gonna start now. So because we want to separate PC98, this is Touhou 1, Touhou 2, Touhou 3, Touhou 4 and Touhou 5 in the same class. Although if I could compare these 5, Touhou 1 is the absolute hell to play because it is really difficult. I don't know, what do you guys think of Touhou 1? I personally despise the game because how difficult it is. It's so weird. The system, the playing, the controller is just so weird. The music is good though. Okay, we moving up to Touhou 6, EOSD, Embodiment of Scarlet Devil. I'm gonna put Touhou EOSD on B class because this is the first game that I played, and also if you know how science work, I'm gonna put Touhou 6 as the standard because this is the first game that I played. I feel this game is pretty difficult, but not really that difficult. But yeah, it's not easy either, right? So I'm gonna put Touhou 6 on B tier. Moving on to Touhou 7. I'm gonna put Touhou 7 in D tier. Listen. Do not get mad. Do not get angry. I put Touhou 7 based on my experience because this is the first official game that I beat on Lunatic mode, 1cc. This game is also really kind, really nice. It gives you supernatural borders. It's easier to get lives than Touhou EOSD. And yeah, I'm just gonna put PCB in the very bottom of the tier list because I really think PCB is the easiest official Touhou games made by Zune. For me though, this is Touhou 7.5. It's fighting games. It's really hard. Even though it's a fighting games, it's really stupidly hard. Moving on to Touhou 8, Impressible Night. I'm gonna put it in the C tier. Maybe a lot of people would put Impressible Night as their easiest, but I'm talking about the game difficulty, not the game system. I know you can unlock extra stage in Touhou Impressible Night just using easy mode, seriously. But easy mode, we're not talking about that. Easy mode, we're trying to at least compare this game on the normal difficulty. Is it really hard or not? And especially difficult or not to get bombs, to get lives. That's my kind of scoring pattern, okay? And I would say Touhou 8 is quite friendly for beginner, as much as Touhou PCB. But for me, Touhou 8 is a lot more complex despite having a very long reaction for death bombing. But yeah, I think it's still more complex than Touhou PCB, so I'm just gonna put Impressible Night on C. Touhou 9, Phantasmagoria Flower View. I don't know, I think I'm just gonna put in the fighting games genre. I can't compare this with the other games. But for me, Touhou 9 is actually a potential game to make Touhou great again. For me, you know, people who playing Touhou are not normies, are not normal. We're crazy. It's whether you are a weeb or you are masochist. But you know, Touhou 9, if only we can play this multiplayer online. See, imagine this like a games like Tetris, right? In Nintendo Switch, you can play with someone random. Imagine if you can play that games random online with another person that you don't know. There's some kind of like a battle royale game. You know, games nowadays, most of them are online, right? You play it with randoms, you play with other people. Well, Touhou, you play it by yourself. This is the thing that I kinda disappointed about Touhou official in general. They're not thinking to that far away. Imagine if Touhou 9 is an online multiplayer games that you can play with someone you don't know. That's gonna be epic. Soon, if you listen to this, if you understand my English, maybe please consider it. Moving on to Touhou 9.5. I'm gonna put the photo games and like Impossible Spell Card because it's 2D shooting games basically. Shoot the bullet, I'm gonna put it in the S tier. This game is really difficult, I'm not gonna lie. I never finished this game. This is one Touhou spin-off game that I officially never finished because the way that you can't shoot, you can only just using your camera, taking photos, and the photos is also part of your survival, right? It is pretty annoying games to play if you just want to have fun in general. So yeah, I think I put Shoot the Bullets on a very hard mode in the S tier. Moving on to Touhou Mountain of Faith. Now, Mountain of Faith is the game that introduces you with the system of power equal bombs equal power. But me personally, it's not really struggling that much with this game, so I'm just gonna put it in the B tier. The attacks is a lot faster, and then Touhou 8 and Touhou 7 is just a lot slower. The pace is so different. You can actually finish Touhou 10 a lot faster than any other games because of how fast this game is. Moving to Touhou, this is 10.5 Scarlet Weather Rhapsody fighting games. Touhou SA Subterranean Animism. What do you guys think? I think this is obvious. I'm gonna put it on the S tier. I actually beat this game on hard mode. I can do that because I spent a lot of time. This access stage of this game is probably the longest access stage that I've been dealing with because it's annoying, right? It's really hard. The bomb power system the same as Touhou 10, but it's really unforgiving because it gives you less power, 4.0 power, while in Touhou 10 you got 5.0. It's also really hard to get the red points, the red power points. You know what I mean, right? Touhou 11 is really difficult. Moving on to Touhou 12, UFO. I'm gonna put this on A tier. It's not as nasty as Touhou 11, but it is also pretty hard, more difficult than EOSD or MOF. The UFO things, which is really essential for you to survive. If you wanna get more lives, you wanna get more bombs, you need to actually deal with those UFOs, shitty things. Moving on to this is Hiso Tensoku. Really fun game. I enjoyed so much. Double spoiler is S tier. Same as Touhou Shoot the Bullet. It's hard, you need to take photos, you need to cut this kind of curtain of bullets. It's somehow easier than Shoot the Bullets. At some part it's a lot harder than Shoot the Bullets, but the game systems here easier because double spoiler is more updated than the Shoot the Bullets. Fairy Wars, god damn it, this game. It's an S tier game. It's so hard. I kinda beat these games on normal mode. It only has 3 stages, but those 3 stages packed with action. And also the control, the games also introduce you with this charging stuff. You play as Chirino, right? It's not easy when you just need to freeze bullets. You kind of hold your Z button and then you cannot shoot normally, basically. That's pretty annoying. Moving on to 10 Desires. I'm struggle with this game on Lunatic, but not as struggle on hard mode, so I'm just gonna put on the B tier. Yeah, in B tier, I'm not really struggle in hard mode of this game. Touhou 11 and Touhou UFO kinda difficult even on hard mode for me. I'm a hard mode player. Next, it's Hopeless Masquerade is fighting games. DDC, double dealing character. Now, this game is pretty gimmicky, and it is also makes me struggle on hard mode, so I'm just gonna put it on the A tier. The way you need to, you know, you wanna get lives, you wanna get bombs, you need to auto collect. It's pretty dangerous for me, especially if you are just carelessly moving up and then hit something, some fairies or some bullet. Moving on into Touhou Impossible Spell card. Now, the word impossible seems kind of intimidating, right? But actually, this game is not really that difficult. I put it in the C tier. I beat this game within 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours. I did it live stream just to beat this game. And it's not really that difficult because I've experienced this game before. And to be honest, Impossible Spell card probably is gonna be a lot harder without that tools. But the tools are actually part of the storyline and it's part of the game, so that makes the games actually a lot easier. Moving on to Touhou. This is Urban Legend in Limbo. LOL-K. We know where it's going, right? Touhou 15. Everybody knows this is the hell of Touhou. Zun put a lot of works on this game. Like Zun rightly said, fuck off you Touhou player. Enjoy. Yeah, pretty hard, and especially this is the only games that you need to graze to get lives. So the thing that doesn't stop you on beating this game because there is a point device mode, which for me helping a lot because this game is pretty hard to be honest, even in normal mode. Moving on into fighting games again. 16 Hidden Stars in 4th season. How do I feel about this game? Hidden Star in 4th season. I'm gonna put this on the B tier. It's not that difficult to be honest, and the reason because it is so easy to get additional lives. This is the easiest games if you wanna get lives. You can even like in extra stage typically you are struggling to get more additional lives, right? But in this game, in extra stage you can finish the game with full lives, like 7 or 8 lives. And there's also a release, season release, which is helping a lot. If you don't have bombs, just use the release. Yeah, pretty easy games, but I think it's still harder than IN or PCB. 16.5 Violet Detector, right, this game. I'm gonna put it on the A tier. The reason why it's in the A tier, it's not as hard as shoot the bullets and double spoiler. You can shoot in this game, you still have your shot type, you can still shot the opponents, but yeah, it's still annoying. You still need to get photos and stuff, but yeah, it's hard games, but not as hard as these fellas. Moving on to the last game, if you doesn't count Touhou 18, we have Touhou 17, which I'm gonna put it on the B tier. Now listen, Touhou 17, it's not that hard, but my problem is it's so bad. Well, the background colors is red, the bullets are also red. It's just the problem of my eyes. My eyes is not strong enough to see this bright color. It's just too bright and the contrast is not well balanced. Alright, I think that's all for me. It's my tier list of Touhou games based on difficulties. What do you guys think? Do you have different opinions? Do you guys disagree with this? Do you guys agree with this? I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below. But by the way, thank you so much for watching. I'm really sorry for not having videos lately because I'm pretty lazy and also pretty busy as well. But yeah, I enjoy making video, but the most important things, editing is a lot more harder than making a video itself. But thank you so much for watching and see you again in the videos or live stream. Don't forget, Saturday, every Saturday live stream. Goodbye.